I drop this, turning back the clock to rock shit. I cop it, said knock knock, I'm on this. I'm hot bitch, like a hot bitch, it's topless. I lock in, I got this, radio drop this. Hot shit, just watch this, I fucking promise. Roll it, do not miss, your chance to cop this. Will you capture it, or just let it slip? All to say I wanna be in, cause my rap is tight. No really, they just give a fuck that I ain't black and white. I'm not anyone else, man, I'm one of a kind. So sit back, relax, and listen one more time. I said I got this, none of this radio pop shit. I drop this, turning back the clock to rock shit. I cop it, said knock knock, I'm on this. I'm hot bitch, like a hot bitch, the topless. I said I got this, none of this radio pop shit. I drop this, turning back the clock to rock shit. I cop it, said knock knock, I'm on this. I'm hot bitch, like a hot bitch, the topless. I love the girls that fuck with my music. Getting referrals from the girls, love to booze it. Party and lose it, that's the life I'm choosing. Not losing, that's my 2 cents, so use it. You know I'm back, as a matter of fact. I'm better than ever, never been better. I know that, I wrote that. Sipping on some coke and no jack. Could stare in bitch and take a pic. Kodak, I threaten the game, cause money and fame, they don't affect my brain. It's fucking all the same. I'm sick of hearing about these Insta names with Insta fame. Take a pic, sick, you're lame. A quick fix to shame. You lick dick for fame. A thick chick is slain. A chick picked to lane. I think I've gone insane. I think I've lost my brain. And honestly, I'm a motherfucking novelty. I said I got this, none of this radio pop shit. I drop this, turning back the clock to rock shit. I cop it, said knock knock, I'm on this. I'm hot bitch, like a hot bitch, the topless. I said I got this, none of this radio pop shit. I drop this, turning back the clock to rock shit. I cop it, said knock knock, I'm on this. I'm hot bitch, like a hot bitch, the topless.
This is the Motor Cop Chronicles podcast with the midweek news. Join your hosts, Iceman and Holstera, 2 law enforcement professionals ready to offer their unfiltered opinions on the latest news from the world of law enforcement. No filters, no edits. So be warned, the content may be upsetting to some listeners. Sit down and hold up. This may get a little bumpy.
Welcome to Motor Cop Chronicles podcast. I guess surprise. I said something about doing a Louisiana Crime one this weekend. My unit overheated today, so I had to take a pool unit to come home in, and I was going to go write tickets instead. And I don't like doing it in a pool unit because all my stuff and computer and stuff's in my unit, so I just came home instead. So since I had extra time, so I said, screw it. I threw this together real fast and so do Louisiana Crime this evening. So, like a surprise. I didn't realize I played the wrong opening music for that one. But oh well, it is just me. It's not me and Holster. I think he's still working. So we'll get the housekeeping out the way. If you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, or Facebook, like and subscribe, hit the bells. You'll be notified when we do go live. If you're listening to the audio portion of it and you're on Apple, if you write a 5-star review, shout it out. I think on Spotify you can't write it, but you can still give 5-star. Yep. What's up? What's up, Jeremy? So, get that housekeeping out the way. I want to say I appreciate Steve Gould with Things Please See. Gave me a shout out. And also Bam's design cups and stuff like that on his last episode. It's 95th episode, so I appreciate that. And let's start it off. I mean, I got a lot of stories to talk about. I didn't even do all of them that I had. Some of them are really short, so I'm gonna try to get to all of them. You're on your way home now, huh? Well, like I said, I just decided I got home and I was like, screw it. I just decided to do it. So I get spontaneous like that every now and then. It don't happen too often, but it does happen. Let's get it started. You know, this first story has to be, Anastasia said she's on her way home too. Jeremy says traffic is crappy. It's always crappy through Baton Rouge, unfortunately. This story here, you know it has to be out of Louisiana. This fella right here, we'll pull up a picture. This fella right here, who looks really, really sad. Okay, he was arrested. I think just this past weekend. You want to know what he was arrested for? Of course we do. This is in Vacherie, Louisiana. This man was arrested by deputies late Saturday night when he was caught stealing what? Crawfish out of a crawfish pond on LA 3127. The St. James Parish Sheriff's Office said 39-year-old Lance, not real sure how to pronounce his last name, so he's just going to go by Lance. He was found with 3 sacks of crawfish at 11:39 p.m. Saturday, which what sacks are anywhere between 30 pounds to 40 pounds, I guess. I'm guessing. So what he did was sneak into somebody's crawfish pond. I guess went and ran some traps and was filling up his sacks. He was probably, I don't know if he was going to sell them or what. Crawfish, I think, is going for what, $3.99 a pound right now, $4 a pound raw. So anyway, he was booked with theft of livestock, taking fish without a commercial license and a commercial gear license required. And he is being held on a $25,000 bond. What's crazy is, they got people in some of these big cities that get arrested for shooting people that don't even have bonds that high. We take our crawfish seriously here in Louisiana. Don't be stealing our damn crawfish. Go eat your own crawfish. Don't be stealing people. A lot of people make their living doing that, and he's stealing it. So this man right here with the sad look on his face because he got caught is, I guess, I'm assuming he's still in jail. Maybe he bonded out. I don't know. But he got arrested for stealing crawfish. You know there's got to be a Louisiana story for all the people outside Louisiana. They're probably saying, yeah, really, he got arrested for stealing bugs. Yeah, basically. But we love those bugs. They are delicious. I ate a whole bunch of them Easter Sunday. Let's move on to the next story. These pretty people here. Y'all gonna wish these people y'all next door neighbors when you see these pictures I pull up. I think it tells the whole story. Let's pull them up. You'll see. I know y'all want to. I think these people might live next door to Freebird. No, I'm just joking. That's just some. I shouldn't be mean like that. That's two ugly son of bitches right there. But everybody's got somebody that loves them, so I guess they married each other. Anyway, this is in Prairieville. The Ascension Parish Sheriff's Office announced the arrest of 2 more suspects in connection with the death of Crystal Scott. Deanna Garrett, 45, and Denner Garrett, 53. That woman right here is 45 years old. My God. 45. Look at her. It's a really bad life. I mean, he's only 53. This dude right here is only like 3 years older than me. Yeah. Right there. Both were charged with unlawful disposal of remains of According to the Central Parish Sheriff's Office, this duo joined Cedric Credit, 43, as suspects who have been connected to the placing of Scott's body inside of a plastic storage container. Following their arrest, detectives learned he visited these people who assisted him with the disposal of this woman's body. Short thing, I don't know if we had talked about it. This young lady had got she was found inside like a plastic container in a dumpster or something like that, and they think that, I guess they assisted the other people. They had some other people that dumped the body. They're not sure if they're thinking that she OD'd and that they went and dumped the body. That they didn't kill her, that she had OD'd, and they were just, I guess, trying to get rid of the body. So they got charged with, so they're not charged with murder right now. They're still waiting on tox tests and stuff come back. But it's a felony just to, throw dead people out in the trash. You just can't do that. But these people right here connected with it. They do look like scholars from college somewhere. I'm sure he's I don't know, he's some kind of got his master's in psychology, and I'm sure she is got her master. They don't have their masters in nothing. I doubt these people graduated high school. They probably can't tie their own shoes, but they're in jail also. So two beautiful individuals right there. Let's see what's up next. Oh, this one happened, I think, last night. This one's like fresh, because it was on my feed this morning when I woke up. This one here is out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. A woman has been hospitalized after what happened? Her 5-year-old child got a hold to her gun and shot her in the leg. The shooting happened around 2:15 a.m. Thursday, which was this morning, at the Ardendale Oaks apartment complex on Lobdell Boulevard. The Baton Rouge Police Department said the woman is expected to survive. Police have not released any other details on this. Let's play the guessing game here. My guess is that she had the gun out somewhere, not secured or within reach of the child. The child got the gun, playing with the gun, and I guess squeezed off around and popped her in the leg. Well, she's lucky it only got her in the leg. I gotta say one thing: this 5-year-old is a better aim than all these thugs out on the street shooting at people and stuff like that, because they shoot out like 100 rounds and hit 4 people, and none of them are the ones that are they're even aiming at. So I'm sure I don't know if any charges will be coming from that, child endangerment or anything like that. So we'll see. Who knows? This next one's out of LaSalle Parish. You ever found it? This one happened recently too. LaSalle Parish Correctional Officer was arrested. What was his correctional? This CO was arrested for committing sexual acts in front of a prisoner. I mean, I don't know. You got to be a weird person or something that you'd want to, I don't know, do stuff and have a prisoner watch. The LaSalle Parish correctional officer was arrested Wednesday after committing a prohibited sexual act while in a prisoner's presence, authorities said. According to Louisiana State Police, 36-year-old Jason Cothman was arrested and charged with malfeasance in office. Trooper did not release any more information or the specifics of what he did. That's the entire story on it. But if he say that he did something in front of the prisoner, was it a female prisoner? Was it a male prisoner? I don't know. But let's play a guessing game again. Let's say Iceman's guesses. I'm guessing what happened is that he whipped his little pee-pee out and was like wagging it, jacking it or something in front of a prisoner. I would hope it would be a female prisoner, or it might be a male, or it might be gender fluid and identified as a free person. So technically then he didn't do anything in front of a prisoner because the person identified it as a free person and not a prisoner. So, but I'm pretty, if he didn't touch him, I'm pretty sure he's like, hey, look at this thing, and was wagging his pee-pee at somebody, which is just completely asinine. If it was male or female, it shouldn't matter. This dude's obviously a moron if he did this. And most of these jails and prisons have cameras all over in them. So he's probably on camera. So that dude's a freaking moron. All right, and this next one, we got another picture. I put up a lot of pictures. This lovely lady right here. I'm going to tell you what she did. She a bad girl. Like I said, all these stories did take place in Louisiana. A lot of them are in Baton Rouge area. This is police chase ends with damaged police cars in Louisiana. It's out of Natchitoches, Louisiana. The Natchitoches Police Department recently responded to a report of theft at a what? What store did she steal at? The Dollar Tree. What the hell is wrong with these people that want to keep stealing from the damn Dollar Tree? How broke can you fucking be that you have to steal from the Dollar Tree? The $1.25 tree. It's $1.20 fucking five. Come on, people. You can dig that change out fucking cushions of your couch or something. You're stealing from the Dollar Tree. Could see if it was like Gucci or some expensive ass place. It's the Dollar Tree. You risking going to jail at the Dollar Tree. All right, I'm just gonna rant. Sorry about that. I apologize. I don't apologize because it's fucking stupid. You're gonna shoplift at the Dollar Tree. This is Brianna Moore right here, 19 years old, of Natchitoches, Louisiana. She's accused of taking part in the theft and then leading members of the Natchitoches Police Department on a chase. Upon arrival, officers spoke with the Dollar Tree employees who provided a description of the vehicle they say was involved in the theft. Officers were able to locate the vehicle and attempted to execute a traffic stop. The car refused to stop and led officers on a vehicle chase through several neighborhoods in East Natchitoches before crossing the Church Street Bridge, according to the police department. The chase came to an end after the vehicle hit a utility pole. 3 people, including Moore, attempted to flee the crash scene on foot. In the end, all 3 individuals were captured, including 2 unidentified juveniles. NPD, which is Natchitoches Police Department, says during the vehicle chase, Brianna Moore, a lovely young lady right here, forced several vehicles off the road and crashed into 2 police cars. She is currently in the parish jail and faces these charges: contributing to delinquency of juveniles, theft, aggravated flight from an officer, resisting an officer, possession of Schedule I narcotics, careless operation, driving without a driver's license, failure to stop at a stop sign, running a red light, passing within 100 feet of an intersection. They were nitpicking. She pissed them off. She fucked their cars up. Driving left of center, passing on the left, and the general speed law. If you see something, say something. The Natchitoches Police Department encourages everyone who sees suspicious activity to call 318-352-8101. So if you see something suspicious in Natchitoches, call that number. So I'm sure we're all in. Just go to Natchitoches. But Miss Brianna right here is a complete idiot. First of all, for shoplifting the Dollar Tree, which a broke ass. Second of all, you're going to get in a car chase with the cops over some shit you stole at the Dollar Tree. They would have probably wrote you a ticket, a summons for it, basically, I'm thinking. They would have summoned you, a misdemeanor summons, because you'd have had to steal damn near the whole store to make up enough money to get a felony charge for robbing a Dollar Tree unless you went in there with a gun. You shoplifted at the Dollar Tree and committed all kind of other felony shit running from the cops over your dollar shit. It's a Dollar Tree. Come on. This woman is, I can't even say woman, she's 19. This girl is a complete idiot. Don't rob from the Dollar Tree. It's a dollar. I mean, fuck, call me. I will give you. I'll donate $10 and you can get at least 9 things with taxes and stuff like that. It's a Dollar Tree. All right, let's get away from the Dollar Tree. This next one, it really isn't crime, but it's just I want to talk about it. So it's my podcast, and I can talk about it. What's up, Aaron? I'm just ranting on all these different Louisiana crimes this evening. And your cup's done also. We're going to have to, I should have brought it in here and think about it. I could have showed you. We just got to get it shipped out to you now. She did finish your cup. You know how I've been talking about all these juveniles breaking the law and stuff like that? Well, a few years back, Louisiana changed it where you have to be 18 to be charged as an adult or whatever, unless, commit a severely heinous crime. Before it was 17. Before 17, you got charged. At 17, you went to grown-up court. You went to grown-up jail. Of course, they changed it. Oh, the poor little babies. They can't go to court. They just 17 and poor little thing. Bullshit. These freaking idiot 17-year-olds are out here killing more people than the grown-ups are. And I guess these prestigious, smart politicians, that is a sarcastic comment, and also are finally seeing the light, some of them anyway. So a pre-filed bill aims to reverse the raise the age law that took effect in the summer of 2020, allowing 17-year-olds to be prosecuted as juveniles. The point of the law was to keep young offenders separate from adults. 17, come on, 17, to me 16. 16 years old, you know what you're doing. You know you're not supposed to be doing this. You know right from wrong. I'm sorry. It's just not happening. Yeah, you right. Poor little chillin'. All honor students and Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. According to some, the problem now is that penalties in juvenile court are far less than juveniles commit at adult style crimes. Many people believe the law in its current form does not work for Louisiana. Well, I agree with them on that. When a teenager used his body as a ram to free multiple other juveniles in the East Baton Rouge juvenile facility last month, it touched off a night of chaos. An entire wing of the building was locked down, sparking a massive presence of law enforcement and first responders. The East Baton Rouge City Parish was quick to blame the raise the age law that took effect recently for all the troubles at the juvenile jail. Well, they didn't have as many problems at this facility. Never seen them in the news, barely ever, until after this law took effect, okay? Because now you're putting all these 17 years olds in there. They're actually, 17, come on, like I said, you're grown. You're still an idiot, but you know you're not supposed to be being an idiot. Over the last month since the raise the age law, we've had 3 episodes, City Parish Chief Administrator said. I think all those episodes included someone in that age range. East Baton Rouge said Monday that during the first quarter of this year, 70% of the juveniles taking up a spot in the juvenile detention center were how old? Yeah, you guessed it, 17. 70% of them are 17 years old and older. Almost all of them are accused of felonies. Currently, the system is overwhelmed across multiple jurisdictions in Louisiana, lowering the age back to what it used to be that some believe would help decrease the growing backlog of cases. Yes, it would. Start putting these little bastards back in jail. I think it would be a good idea, District Attorney Ricky Babin said. Babin is the District Attorney for the 23rd Judicial District, which includes Ascension, Assumption, and St. James parishes. Ricky Babin said as a result of the law change, it's created more work for prosecutors and law enforcement statewide. Now it's forced our hand in causing us to transfer more cases to adult court. They go on and, They got 17-year-olds in his jurisdiction that are scattered across the state, 3 of them in Mississippi, because we don't have no space to put all these kids. Iberville Parish Sheriff Brett Stassi said the younger that are committing these crimes, we need a facility closer to house them. Until we get one, we're going to have to make a trek to Alabama. So this year, the only closest place they could find was in Alabama to house these kids. Or your other option is send them home with their parents, where they're probably just going to commit more crime. So they're trying to pass the bill to change the law back the way it was before, because the poor little 17-year-olds, and it's barely been 2 years that this law took effect, and it's just total shit, chaos. These kids are going just rampant out there, killing and shooting and all this other shit. So hopefully they change it back. And it affected me too, because when this shit changed, I had to ask, because usually when I wrote a ticket to a 17-year-old, they just went to regular court. But now if I write a ticket to somebody 17 or younger, they don't get a court date. They get something mailed in the mail, because they have to go to juvenile court instead of just regular court. So it was a big hassle like that also, because it applied to all of it, which was just bullshit. So hopefully they change it back. There we go. Number 4, got another picture. Look at these 2 people right here. Ain't they pretty? His hair is better than her hair, though. I'll give him that. I mean, he's got them locks. He looks mad. I'm assuming that's a dude right over here, I'm guessing. Anyway, they were arrested recently, and they were involved in a car chase also. This is in Baton Rouge. 2 people were arrested on several charges, including littering, after they tossed a weapon from their car and flipped the vehicle during a high-speed chase through 3 parishes. So they threw the gun out the car. So the cops also charged their asses with littering, which is like a $500 fine. So they charged them with littering for throwing the gun out the car. State troopers saw a Honda Accord speeding west on I-10 around 1:30 a.m. Sunday. When officers started to pursue, what happened, the Easter Bunny was chasing their ass. That's what happened. It was on Sunday, Easter, and it was the bunny. When officers started to pursue the vehicle towards the LSU lakes, they saw an object thrown from the passenger side of the vehicle and hit the metal railing. They were probably trying to throw it in the lake, and they didn't get it there. An arrest report said the vehicle was going so fast that troopers saw sparks fly when the object hit the pavement. The vehicle reached speeds up to 130 miles an hour as it continued through West Baton Rouge Parish and then into Iberville Parish. Troopers watched as the car tried to exit at the Rama exit, but lost control on the curved exit ramp, flipping and landing on its roof. Louisiana State Police apprehended Terrence Stelly, 22. I'm assuming that's Terrence with the long hair. And Talon Dorso, 20, as both crawled through the back window of the overturned vehicle. Most people would be all fucked up if they got in a crash like that. They don't have scratches on them. Following the arrest, troopers backtracked to LSU Lakes to see what was thrown from the vehicle and found a handgun. Both of them were charged with aggravated flight from an officer, obstruction of justice, reckless operation, and intentional littering. They don't have a bond listed. I just thought this story was kind of funny because they charged them with littering for throwing a gun out the car. Idiots. More idiots. Just pull over. I mean, sometimes you get away in a car chase, but, I mean, majority of the time you're going to crash and you could possibly die or kill, or worse of all, kill somebody or hurt somebody that wasn't even involved in it because, you're running for no reason. Aaron says it's a good commercial for the car. They don't have a scratch on them. You're right. I mean, the damn thing took a lick. Didn't keep on ticking, but it definitely took that crash because I'm sure it flipped several times at that kind of speeds. So they're just, like I said, I should just call it Louisiana idiots instead of Louisiana crime, because that's what it seems like we're talking about here. I'm pressing that little Honda Accord's doing 130. I'm telling you, you want to know what a fast car is. It's a freaking Nissan Maxima. Nissan Maxima will haul ass. I've been in car chases with 2 of them. One of them got away from me. Those things will haul. Nissan Maximas are fast. I'm just telling you. They are. They're not playing. Trying to remember. Here it is. Got the story flipped backwards. This story here is out of Lafayette. Probably about an hour west of Baton Rouge. Lafayette, a man was fatally shot early Thursday morning. This is past Thursday, as police tried to make an arrest in a shooting that left a teenage girl seriously hurt just hours earlier. Louisiana State Police is now investigating the shooting, which unfolded on Paul Breaux Avenue and was first reported about 2:30 a.m. Thursday. Officials said the Lafayette Police Department was trying to arrest 19-year-old Trevor Boner. Well, that's a hell of a last name. This dude's last name is Boner or Bonner. He was accused of shooting a 13-year-old girl. He's 19. He shot a 13-year-old girl. Police negotiators and a SWAT team tried to coax him out of the home. He refused to exit the home, prompting the police. The SWAT team breached the door. After entering the home, officers saw Boner, however you say his name, was holding a gun and deployed tear gas. He then fired his weapon at the police. Bad idea. Just bad idea. You gotta. That's the SWAT team coming in. They're geared up. I'm sure they had a shield, and you're probably looking at, they had ARs, shotguns, pistols. They had all kind of shit, and you fired your gun at them. Bad idea, because I'm sure they just, a wall of lead came at him probably. After he fired his gun, several officers returned fire, which, what was he thinking going to happen? According to state police, he was shot and taken to the hospital where he later died. So, moral of the story is, don't shoot other people, don't shoot at the police, and you won't get shot. He died from stupidity and lead poisoning. I don't have a picture of him, but this dude's just an idiot. I'm surprised they're not like, he was just on his way to church, and, he's a good boy. And Aaron says he thought they were going to run away. Yeah, maybe he did. I don't know. I mean, he was, 18, 19? I mean, he's not real bright. Maybe he was waiting on Brianna to get there with his Dollar Tree snacks. I don't know. And he was upset about it. But at least it did save the taxpayers some money. And hopefully that little 13-year-old girl will be good. She'll probably have some kind of traumatic stress for the rest of her life from getting shot, though. I'm sure, I think I've been shot at, but I've never been hit. And I'm sure it's not a pleasant experience. I have White Monster and Crown Apple in there, if y'all wondering. It's delicious. This next one, I'm going to try to do this. And did a video. I'm not going to play the video, but I was going to play the sound on it. This woman here, do I have a picture of her? I don't think I do. Yeah, I wouldn't think it'd be fun either. Getting shot. Yeah, I do have a picture of her. Let's see. Number 6. This is the lady that's going to be talking that you're going to hear right here. This lovely lady right here. It's out of Monroe, Louisiana. And it's a whole news article, but she's talking in it. Let me see where'd the video go. I don't see it. Disappeared. Okay, well, I guess we're not going to do it. I don't know what happened to the video. Anyway, this is her right here at Lafayette. Monroe, Louisiana. That's way up north, closer to the Texas line. Aaron says, I've had a couple friends that have been shot, and they don't recommend it. Well, 0 out of 10 people recommend getting shot, that have been shot. This happened on Tuesday, April the 12th, around 8:21 p.m. Monroe police were dispatched to the 1400 block of South Grand Street in reference to a disturbance. Officers made contact with a juvenile victim who advised that a black female waved a firearm during a verbal confrontation. Because, everybody just wants to whip a gun out now for, because nobody can just argue with each other, unfortunately. I don't know why. According to the police, the suspect yelled, "I don't care if they kids or not. I'll shoot them," at the victims. Officers made contact with the suspect, who was identified as a 33-year-old Terry Morrison. That would be Miss Terry right here. According to Morrison, she was in an argument with the victim and went into her residence to get her black 9mm Taurus. Why? I mean, who cares what color the fucking gun is, really? I mean, most guns are either white or, black or silver. She also advised the officers that she waved the firearm while yelling at the victims to scare them off. Well, I'm glad she's just admitting to all these crimes that she committed. She making their job a lot easier. We appreciate you, Miss Morrison. Morrison was placed under arrest and transported to the Ouachita Correctional Center. She was charged with aggravated assault with firearm. So she went to jail. But at least she did admit to her crime. I don't understand why everybody, first thing they got to do is grab a gun nowadays. Why we have so many people getting shot. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. People like this, after being arrested for something like that, should not be allowed to own a gun because obviously they're not responsible with it. It's people doing stupid shit like that gets people killed. And usually innocent people killed, not even people that they were shooting at. So, Miss Morrison is another idiot. Oh, this next one is the one I have to listen to. No wonder I'm losing my mind, people. I'm losing my mind. This next one we get to get it. And I can understand why this lady is upset, but you don't need to be saying it on the news. Okay? Don't tell the news media. This happened in Rayne, Louisiana. This mom is really mad. Her son was shot in the back, and she says she's willing to take matters into her own hands. As soon as this ad stops playing, we will boot it up. Let y'all hear here we go. Is this it? Yeah.
Justice for her son after she says he was shot in his back this weekend in Rayne. News 10's Rodrika Taylor talked to the mother who says the Rayne Police Department just isn't doing enough.
Right here on North Bradford Street this past weekend, authorities tell me a shooting happened. A mother says her 17-year-old son was shot in his lower back. Now she wants justice.
I'm 39 years old. I done lived my life. I will die trying, and I'm not stopping till they in jail. And if the cops don't do nothing, I'm going to be in jail because justice will be served.
Kyra Babineau recalls a message she got this past weekend about her son.
Saturday morning around 3 o'clock, I got a call that my son had been shot. My heart literally stopped. And all I kept thinking was my son was dead.
Fortunately, her 17-year-old son is alive. She shares this image of her son's back, who she says was shot.
Just seeing him can't reach down for nothing, can't bend down, can't tie his shoe, can't bathe himself, very heartbreaking.
She says she went to the Rayne Police Department about the incident.
When people get in a fight, they arrest them. When people hang around the stores, they arrest them. And these little boys been shooting up people's houses, shooting at people, and nothing's get done.
She adds this shooting is not the first she had to deal with.
I still have a bullet hole in my kitchen, 5 bullet holes outside my house, and now my son got shot.
She wants justice for her son.
I'm here because, I don't want to get a call saying my son dead. And as a mother, I'm not stopping. And I'm sorry to say if I have to take matters into my own hand, I will, because my son could have been killed.
The Rayne Police Department is investigating this shooting. If you have any information, contact Crime Stoppers of Acadia Parish at 337-788-TIPS. In Rayne, Rodrika Taylor, KLFY News 10.
Anyway, that's that. She's like, I don't care. I don't live my life. She's 39 years old. I don't think that's, I mean, maybe in her opinion, that's a whole entire life. I'm 51. I feel like I'm hoping I got at least another 30 or so in me. I'm hoping for even more. She's willing to go. If your house is getting shot up that much, maybe you need to look into why that your house is being targeted. What is your kid into? Maybe he's doing some shit that he shouldn't be doing also. That's bringing this bullshit around you. So maybe you need to look into your parenting skills. And if something does happen, if somebody does get shot in that area, I'm sure I'd be the first one. I'd go have to check on her over there. Say, oh, did you get your justice? So she's another idiot. Hello, JoJo. I hope you're feeling better. This is just a pop-up I decided to do because I didn't write tickets today and I had a lot of Louisiana crime to get through. So let's go on to our next idiot. This one's really good here because you got to be. This woman's going to be a rocket scientist one day. This one right here. See this lovely young lady right here. She is extreme. I'm not even going to do a hot nut because damn near every one of these people could be hot nuts the way they're doing this shit. It'd be hell of a voting. I'm glad you are feeling better. This one here is where is it out of Baton Rouge. And I don't even reason I have so many Baton Rouge stories and stuff like that is I just live closer to Baton Rouge. They have, I could pull probably another shit ton out of New Orleans area. The ones I get in my news feed, I guess from the areas that I am closest to, it sends them to me. Anyway, from Baton Rouge, deputies arrested a high schooler, this lady right here, after she was accused of what? She was dealing drugs. What kind of drugs? She was selling infused gummies to classmates at school who later ended up in the hospital. Yes, selling bad dope. East Baton Rouge Sheriff's deputies were first tipped off about the crime after paramedics were called to Liberty High School for a reported overdose Monday. You must have to eat a shitload of weed gummies to overdose on them, huh? I'm not sure. I'm not a dope guy. There they learned that a 16-year-old had been given the THC-laced snacks by another student identified as 18-year-old Sierra Rucker. That's Miss Rucker right there. Miss Rucker was causing a ruckus. That student was taken to the hospital after she had a bad reaction and believed she was about to die. I bet you she don't eat no weed gummies no more. I probably taught her ass. I would hope it would teach her a lesson if she thought she was going to die. When confronted by the administrators, Rucker denied any involvement. No, that wasn't me. Girl. That wasn't me. I didn't do that. But the school's assistant principal uncovered two bags of contraband gummies, as well as a vape pen later found to contain marijuana on her person. Oh, no, that's not mine. These ain't my pants. That's what they say, right? These ain't my pants. How them gummies get up in there? I don't know. Who put them gummies in here? She was booked into the East Baton Rouge jail for contributing to delinquency of juveniles and several drug charges. Yeah, she, I'm not going to pull up the sound effects. I got that one that says, these ain't my pants. Yeah, she, Think she got expelled? I think she ought to be expelled. Look at that. Look at the expression on her face. It's like, y'all motherfuckers are wasting my time. Look at her. She don't care. All righty. Let's pull this idiot down. We'll bring gummies to school and just give them out to people. We're heading on down. We're doing pretty good. We done went through, hit up on number 13 on the stories, and we're only 40-something minutes in. That's pretty good. Trucking on along here. Got pictures here, too. These two lovely fellows right here, young men, church-going boys, Eagle Scouts, both of them. This is what they were arrested with. Wasn't a bunch of stuff. Aaron says he was waiting to hear that they were laxative gummies. Probably wouldn't have been as bad. They were arrested with these weapons, a little bit of weed up there, scale, got the AR, some pistols with extended mags. They are involved with street gangs is why they were arrested. It says 2 more arrested in Baton Rouge gang crackdown. Baton Rouge police arrested 2 more suspected members of the Bankstown Mafia, a gang connected to multiple shootings, homicides, and drug trafficking. The East Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office's deputies apprehended Tawan Thomas, 34. I'm guessing that's the guy with the dreadlocks over there. Well, I don't know. I'm guessing. And Eric Walker, 32. Well, this little dude right here, he looks like he's like 18 years old. I guess he's 32. This was on Monday. Last week, the sheriff's office said they arrested 8 other members of the gang after a month-long investigation. Narcotics agents with the sheriff's office obtained arrest warrants for Thompson and Walker after finding drugs and a weapon at an address on 75th Avenue last week. The following items were seized during the search: 3 pounds of marijuana, 6.2 pints of promethazine, 24.5 grams of crack cocaine, 2 doses of Adderall, 3 digital scales, 1 handgun, gun parts, and ammo. Both Thompson and Walker were booked into the East Baton Rouge Parish Prison on several counts, including charges for criminal street gang activity. So hopefully they'll be off the streets for a little while. They'll get a bond. I don't know what the judge will set it at, but maybe it'll keep them from killing anybody else anytime soon. We'll see. Probably not. Let's see what we got next. I actually got to turn the page. I was wondering if I was going to get to all, and I didn't even write them all down because I didn't think I was going to get to all of them, but I guess so. I guess it don't take quite as long because when I don't have nobody to bounce stuff off of. The next one's, we got 2 more people arrested. That's just people going to jail like crazy. These 2 fellas right here. Where they at? Number 10. Right here. These 2 fellas right here. This guy's kind of like, I don't know, why you throw your head back like that to take pictures. I don't know if it's supposed to make you look tough or what, or maybe he's got neck problems. I do not know. 2 people were arrested after a Southern student allegedly was taken from campus and raped in St. Gabriel. A Southern University student was allegedly, there's that word. I had somebody write me on things saying I ought to have one of my shirts, do one of my shirts and have allegedly put on the back of it. I'm thinking about doing that since we love that word allegedly so much. She was taken off the campus against her will and brought to St. Gabriel, where she was raped Sunday. According to St. Gabriel Police Department, the student showed up at Our Lady of the Lake Sunday and told the medical staff that she had been sexually assaulted. Investigators arrested Justin Young, I don't know which is which, who is charged with first-degree rape and false imprisonment. Officers also arrested Kirkland Williams, who is charged with principal to first-degree rape and principal to false imprisonment. First-degree rape charge, I know, is mandatory life if you get convicted of that. Police did not describe the attack as random. Officers said the victim was acquainted with Young, but they were not friends and did not know Williams before the rape. The pair were arrested Monday and are being held without bond. Young is currently on probation for an unrelated charge. I would like to know what that charge is. The university has declined to make a comment. I'm sure neither one of these motherfuckers are in college. They probably saw the girl somewheres and just, hey girl, how you doing? Next thing you know, you get kidnapped and raped. Feel sorry for that girl. That's one of the most horrible crimes that I want, being raped. Nobody. That should happen to nobody. Piece of shits. So, on to the next one. No pictures on this one, at least, so y'all are lucky. This one, a 14-year-old leads deputies on a car chase in a stolen truck that the 14-year-old stole, and ended up crashing into a canal in the Gross Tate area. Police ended a chase along I-10 after a 14-year-old driver crashed the stolen vehicle into a canal off the interstate. The West Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office said the teenager stole the vehicle from his neighbor, Shane Shows, in Point Copee Parish. Boy, if Holster was here, he wouldn't be getting these names right. Oh. Both the boy and the truck have reportedly been missing since Sunday night. Deputies said the vehicle ended up in the canal near the Gross Tate exit. The last couple of days, we'd gotten calls where people have spotted it. We just weren't in the right place at the right time. Today, we just happened to be at the right place at the right time, explained Lieutenant Ken Alvarez of the West Baton Rouge Parish Sheriff's Office. Before deputies could stop the teen in the truck, they first would have to catch him. Someone saw him getting on I-10. One of my guys just finished working an accident on I-10. He was able to spot the young man, get behind him. Traffic is at a complete standstill, thinking this would be a good time to maybe try and stop him and apprehend him. But as soon as we turned the lights on, the young man took off, Alvarez said, leading deputies down the interstate. The pursuit began at the foot of the Mississippi River Bridge, going for 12 miles until he ended up in the water. When he came off the exit, he immediately has to make a 90-degree turn. He either has to make a right or left turn there, and he went straight, which straight ends up in the bayou, Alvarez said. And Shows watched as his truck was pulled from the water. I'm very disappointed, he said. I'm sure he is. I mean, his truck is completely submerged. But in the end, he was happy. His neighbor is okay, even though his truck is not. I guess this dude's a better man than I am. Some little punk-ass kid, even though he's my neighbor or whatever, steals my shit. And then he crashes it and totals my truck and stuff out that he stole. And I'm just happy that he's going to be okay. No, I'm not. I'm not happy he's okay at all. Aaron says he's better than him too. Yeah, I mean, I'd be like, no, throw him back in the water with bricks on his feet. Because he's 14, he's already committing felonies like this. What you think he's going to do when he's grown? So no, that dude's way better than me. I'd be like, no, I'm not. Oh, I'm so happy that the kid's okay. I'm like, the little bastard didn't get hung up in the seatbelt or something. Yeah, I mean, like better than me. I was worried about if he was going to get hurt or hurt someone. I'd be worried about him hurting somebody else. And I'm sorry, I mean, I can't. I'm so glad all this came out to an end. I guess this is as good as it can be. The truck's totaled, so whatever, but nobody got hurt. He said, this dude here's Mr. Nice. I mean, this dude's Mr. Nice. I'd be like, they wouldn't be able to put me on the news. We were unable to quote the owner of the vehicle because it would just be like, bleep, 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 bleep. I'd have been furious. And this man's just, well, I mean, at least it turned out okay. Your truck's total, dude. I done made myself cry. I'm laughing so hard. Jesus. It's like this dude's like super nice. The teenager is currently in custody and will likely be sent to a juvenile detention center in Alabama, according to the district attorney, Clayton. I guess I'm hoping that he had full coverage on it, Aaron. I mean, a lot of people around here, when you have some older vehicles, they'll just put liability on them, and it's just going to pay for the other person's vehicle. So, I mean, if he only had liability, his insurance ain't going to pay crap. Hopefully, he had full coverage and it pays for it, and maybe that's why he's happy. I don't know. He's just this dude's like super freaking nice. Mr. Show is completely nice, way nicer than Nice Man would ever be. Yeah, I'm hoping he's covered too, Aaron. All right, this next one, number 11. No, last picture, and we got one more story after this one. This fella right here, he's a big winner too. This is Baton Rouge. He was a juvenile when he got put. He was in a juvenile facility. Anyway, it says teen locks guard in the bathroom, escaped to juvenile detention center. He's the latest one to get out. Of course, we have a picture of him up here, so that means he's not 17 no more. So he's at least 18 or older, or they wouldn't even release a picture. This was in Bridge City. This wasn't the Baton Rouge one. This was the Bridge City one. Authorities spent the weekend searching for a troubled teen who beat up a guard and locked her in the bathroom after escaping the facility. So he beat up a female. He beat up a woman who's a guard at this juvenile facility and then locked her in the bathroom. So just for hitting a female, he's a big, giant piece of shit. Sources said Jonathan Sherrod Jr., who escaped the Bridge City Center for Youth, has a history of trouble. He also escaped last year and was captured in Lafayette Parish. JJ says she's got to go back to work. All right. You be careful out there, JJ. You watch them kangaroos. Stay away from them. I don't need you scratched up or nothing. The problem with juvenile escapes at the Office of Juvenile Justice Facilities have been called into question recently. We went into all of that. They had 4 teens escape from the facility the month before that. And but anyway, this guy here, this beat up a female guard and locked her in the bathroom. And then he escaped also. This wasn't his first time escaping a juvenile facility. He shouldn't be in a juvenile facility. This piece of shit ought to be in a big boy jail. That's the problem with that law we talked about earlier. It's shit like this right here. That's the problem with it. So hopefully they change it. See what we got. Oh, this next one's it's just fucking just horrible too. I got this time this one out like almost perfect. That don't happen too often. This one is out of Napoleonville. A 17-year-old was arrested this week. We got to hear in this age, right? 17. And let's get our other favorite word, allegedly. He was arrested this past week for allegedly raping a child that was no more than 11 years old last summer, which, 10, 11? Come on, you sick bastard. The Assumption Parish Sheriff's Office told WBRZ the investigation into the incident started in February of last year. Or was it this? No, it was this year. The investigation revealed the victim was a young girl under 12 years old. The teen was arrested. He was arrested Tuesday and faces a charge of first-degree rape, which is a severe felony. The suspect, whose name was not released due to his age, because he's 17, is being held in custody pending the outcome of a hearing. But no, he committed a major freaking felony. As an adult, you get charged with first-degree rape, and you get convicted of first-degree rape. Where do you go? You go to prison for the rest of your life. No possibility of parole. Life, mandatory life. No good time, none of that other shit. But no, because I'm 17 years old, we can get away with it. Which, I don't know about y'all. That's what we were talking about earlier with that law. It just pisses me off. These kids know that. So, like I said, they need to change the law back. Y'all were listening last night, talking about Louisiana law, that, the guy that killed his girlfriend on Facebook Live, Louisiana, from what I was understanding today, some more information came out on it, and from what I'm understanding, like I said, it's just what we read in here, is that she did not die from the stab. They don't think she died from the stab wounds, that she was still alive when he set the car on fire with her in it. And she died from, they think she might have died from smoke inhalation. So you talk about her, she's sitting there tied up to the steering wheel, can't get out, and dies like that. It's, I mean, how horrible can that be? I'll just brief over a couple since we've got a few minutes left. They had a man that was shot by deputies recently on I-10, the interstate, following a crash. He had weapons in the vehicle. He was at St. John the Baptist Parish. They responded to a 911 call early Sunday morning about a vehicle partially submerged in the marsh after it went off the westbound on-ramp near US 51. Jacoby Williams, 20, was a passenger of the vehicle and was shot by a sheriff's deputy when he and the driver, Kendall Pembroke, got into a confrontation with law enforcement at the scene. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Aaron. On Wednesday, St. John Sheriff Mike tried to shed light on what led to the gunfire. According to the sheriff, William had an AK-47 in his lap when deputies opened the car door. They said Traeger said Williams initially complied with commands for him to put his hands up, but then he started to resist when the deputy grabbed his arm. During the struggle, the sheriff said Williams reached for the weapon in his lap, and the deputy fired a shot, striking Williams. After the shooting, Traeger said deputies rendered first aid. They rendered first aid to Williams. They got him to the hospital in a sheriff's office vehicle. Family members said this week that Williams was still hospitalized in critical condition with a gunshot wound to his face. I believe they tried to save his life, the sheriff said, and I believe that their efforts have proven so far that they've done a good job. He also refuted claims on social media that Pembroke and the other person in the car is the one that contacted 911. I have no record to indicate that neither one of them called 911. He also accused Pembroke of making threats toward law enforcement officers online. Why don't you come in and speak to Louisiana State Police based on everything that I've said today? And if anything is different than what I said today, I challenge you to come in and say that, the sheriff said. State Police said after the press conference Wednesday that an arrest warrant was obtained for Williams on 4 counts of aggravated assault on a police officer and the charge of resisting a police officer with force or violence. Will then be taken into custody upon release from the hospital. Pembroke was also issued a citation for careless operation. So that's what I'm believing on that one. They want to argue with the cops. You got a gun. You didn't reach for the gun. You got shot in the face. So don't be a dumbass. But we can't be dumbasses, can we? So as far as I know, the kid's still alive. I haven't heard anything or read anything on him passing away. I'm sure he's probably fucked up, kind of got shot in the face. I'm sure that's nothing good comes out of that. So I'm not going to pull up anymore. We're at an hour. Like I said, I wanted to get it out there. I've been sitting on a whole bunch of these stories for a while. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Like I said, that's a little bonus episode. I'm always saving them Louisiana Crime stuff. I confirmed today. Have someone coming in tomorrow to record an episode that should be released Sunday. So I'm gonna have an in-studio guest. It won't be live, of course. I don't do those live, but I know this guy. He tells some funny ass stories. He's extremely funny. So hopefully he don't get in front of the microphone and freeze up like some people do. But hopefully that don't happen because the guy's funny as hell. Other than that, like I said, like and subscribe. Hit the like buttons, write us reviews. We appreciate it. Go check out the Etsy store. I got links in the descriptions on everything. And, I don't charge anybody for anything. If you want to buy a t-shirt or a koozie or something, help support the podcast, appreciate it. If you don't, just keep listening. I appreciate that also. Share the videos, share the podcast, tell your friends about it and stuff like that, because it's the only way we're gonna get bigger and keep getting out there and stuff like that. They got the Motor Cop Clubhouse private group on Facebook. You can go if you want to be a part of it and you listen, just apply for it, and when I see it, I can approve you. As long as you're not one of these idiots like in here, but join the Facebook. Go join the Facebook page itself. I've been doing a lot more active on it lately. I'm trying to get my social media presence out there with it. I'm not real good at it. I also have Instagram now. Go check that out. Motor Cop Chronicles Podcast on Instagram also, and add me on there. And of course on Twitter we're on there also. So anyway, everybody have a good night. Come back Sunday. I'll release an episode Sunday. Come back Saturday. Saturday, me and Holster will be live on the Liberty Freedom Whiskey podcast. We talk our politics on that podcast. And come check us out over there. We will be live on that one probably Saturday, 7 o'clock Central time. So if you're in another time zone, you'll have to figure it out. 7 o'clock Central. Be safe. Watch y'all's backs out there. See y'all in a few days. Thanks for watching. And remember to smile, because Iceman could always be behind you. We're out.